Welcome back to On Football. Today's review is going to be on the Under Armour C1N cleats. These are the mid version. These actually came out in 2016 and I found them in my closet. So you guys saw that unboxing a couple weeks ago that I actually filmed quite a bit ago, just never put on YouTube. I promised you that I would review them, so that's what I did. I tested them out at warm-up practice. If you follow my Instagram, you saw how these look on feet and on the field. But I wanted to review the cleat. A lot of you guys had a lot to say during the unboxing about the cleat, but here I am to give you the truth about these. So what are they? They are the Cam Newtons, but they are the mid version. A lot of you guys are more familiar with the high top. So this is the mid. It has a mid-foot strap right here. Doesn't have obviously the high ankle or the ankle strap, and it's a molded cleat. Doesn't have carbon fiber at the bottom like some of the other Cam Newton cleats from the past. It came in two colors. It came in a white and it came in a black. You can see some of the silver in this lighting. My Instagram post will actually give you guys a lot more detail, and you can see how it looks at night and under the lights. But of course, with this cleat, in my review, I'm going to cover off on the 6 things I always cover off when I talk about cleats. That is the traction, the fit, the weight, the ventilation, the cushioning, and of course the durability of this cleat. So let's get into it. I haven't reviewed many mid cleats on this channel. What was really intriguing about these is the Under Armour C1Ns, the high top version, the Cam Newtons, also the highlights. They actually play a lot like a low cleat. They do still give you some of that flexibility and maneuverability, you know, at the ankle joint. And so because I like the cams, I really wanted to test this out. Also, they weren't that expensive. I think they retailed for about $100, $80 right now. Because these are last year's version, you can go on ebay.com and you can find them for under $50. But definitely watch the rest of this review and then decide if you want them. Now remember, I'm rating out of 5 stars, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the traction on the cleat. You'll notice that they use rounded studs all throughout the cleat. They do have a toe cleat, but they just have one. Many of the cleats now have more of a blade style at the front to really dig in when you're changing direction. These have all studs. And all circular studs, and that means that it can be used on turf, it can be used on grass. It's kind of the balance between both types of cleats. That's why they call it the MC molded. So it's really good. It's better than some of the Under Armour cleats in the past, mostly because these are so thin, so they can really pierce the turf. They also have these blades in the forefoot that help as well with traction and stability, really in that forward motion and really propelling your foot forward. The bottom of the cleat is plastic. It's probably a Pevic sole. I think that's how you say it. It doesn't have, you know, TPU. It doesn't have carbon, but the traction overall is good. I did give it a 4 out of 5. There's better traction plates out there from other cleats and manufacturers. You guys will know that if you watch my reviews. But overall, this got a 4 out of 5 for traction. This is a mid-tier cleat, you know, with the price range, so it's not going to be the lightest cleat on the market. Obviously, that's owned by Adidas with their Adizero line, but it's not going to be the heaviest cleat either. So it kind of sits right there in the middle. It's kind of an all-around cleat. It can be used for those speed players. It can be used at multiple positions, so it's very versatile. But with that does come the added weight. So for weight, this got a 3 out of 5. Just like their gloves, Under Armour makes pretty well-fitting cleats, and with the materials in this, overall it fits true to size. The materials aren't as adapted to your foot. You know, I thought it used 3D or 4D foam in the cushioning in the bottom of it to really like help form to your foot, but it does not, unfortunately. So I'm not sure exactly what type of foam. It definitely wasn't the one that molds to your foot that's like in the spotlights. The same thing that's in the C1Ns, like the higher version, so it wasn't as comfortable as I would have thought. So the cushioning, again, wasn't what I thought, but that actually affects the fit of it. So even though it's true to size, you don't have that overall support because of the material of the upper of the shoe. The mid-foot strap actually helps a lot right around the ankle bone. That helps to lock it in. It helps to lock your foot into the heel of the shoe, and then the asymmetric cut of the upper of the shoe as well allows you to have that support and also maintain that maneuverability with your foot. So for fit, I did give this a 5 out of 5. Again, this being a mid-tier cleat, you're not going to find a lot of the features in some of the higher end cleats. One of those is going to be the ventilation of the cleat. So there's no ventilation that you have on the outside. Even though this looks cool, they sacrifice some of the ventilation. The tongue is pretty well ventilated as much as a tongue can be of a cleat. But on the inside of it, you really don't have that breathability or that ventilation. So this was middle of the road and got a 3 out of 5 for ventilation. I talked about the cushioning before a little bit when I talked about the fit, but inside this cleat, usually when I see this green foam on the insole of the Under Armour cleats, I really think about the 40 foam. And so I was so excited because that is one of the most comfortable things, gives you a lot of cushioning, just feels really great on your feet. This doesn't have it. I was so disappointed. So I did have to give this for cushioning a 3 out of 5. The last thing I talked to you guys about is durability, and this is a solid cleat. Everything about the cleat is solid. It's going to keep the shape. It's going to keep, this is a no frills cleat. So the bottom of it, nothing's gonna peel off, nothing's gonna chip. It doesn't have any of that chrome at the bottom. It's kind of a basic cleat, but still your middle of the road, well-performing cleat, and it does have a little of that swag factor just on the outside if you like this type of design. So durability is way up there. Definitely got a 5 out of 5 stars. But that's kind of expected with this type of cleat. Again, no frills, basic, all-around cleat. Which leads me to answer a question that a lot of you guys asked in my unboxing. Who would wear this? Why would you buy this? The thing about this cleat is this is probably the most versatile cleat that I tested, meaning every single position on the field can wear this. It's not too narrow, it's not too wide. And then when you just look at the price point, again, if you go to eBay, you can get these for under 60 bucks, under 50 bucks. I'm not aware right now of a cleat in this kind of tier for that price that you can find right now. Again, it's last year's model. So that's what it is. Again, the positions, every position on the field, it's not specialized for speed, it's not specialized for power. It kind of does everything. So if that's the type of cleat or player that you are, definitely check these out. But that's my video. So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, check out my other cleat glove reviews, my football tips videos that I'm doing, and I will see you guys next time.